meter relay. There you have it on your screens. The relay began from Rashtrapati Bhavan. Delhi Chief Minister Sheila Dikshit kicking off that relay, handing the torch over to the Indian Olympic Association President Suresh Kalmadi, who then placed it in Olympian Milkha Singh's hands. There was no shortage on glitz and glamour as well. Actors Saif Ali Khan and Amir Khan, Olympian Dhanraj Pillai, former cricketer Bishan Singh Bedi and P.T. Usha were among the 70 celebrities and sportspersons who carried the flame over the next 30 minutes. CNN IBN's correspondent Digvijay Singh there was also one of the 70 torch bearers to run that lap. But all this amid unprecedented security arrangements. The only people present to cheer the flame were a handful of foreign tourists and school children.
But he's got his set of fans.
Well, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to run with the Olympic torch in hand. Our very own Digvijay Singh there, as I said, has been sharing his experience with us. For the moment, let's also take you through what some other torchbearers told us.
बयान नहीं कर सकते कितनी खुशी होती है, क्योंकि एक एथलीट के लिए ये बहुत ही ऑनर की बात है कि जो हम अपने ओलंपिक टॉर्च को हम होल्ड करते हैं, और ये मेरा सेकंड टाइम है, तो मुझे और भी खुशी है.
I think it's a great feeling. It's a feeling of pride that you are part of one of the largest sports events in the world.
I really believe in the Olympic movement, and the Olympic spirit is so great that it doesn't lose anything.
I think for torch lena everybody should run, no problem. But we should not avoid sports person. Sports person should be there, and others can also run. What is there, because it should be like a celebration, no? Like should, and this is part of the Olympic movement.
We'll be keeping our focus there, but also spare a thought for those Tibetan protesters. Of course, no disruptions for that Olympic torch run along Rajpath, but there have been a parallel relay that took place earlier this afternoon as well. Our correspondent Arunima is at Jantar Mantar, where many of those Tibetans have congregated. Remember, over 1 lakh Tibetans in refuge live here in India, many of them in Delhi as well. Arunima, we believe about 40 of those Tibetan protesters have been arrested somewhere a couple of kilometers off Rajpath.
That's right. I mean, here where I'm standing right now, Jantar Mantar, everything is peaceful. But just a few kilometers from here is the Parliament Street police station. And while I was walking through this spot, I could actually hear those Tibetan protesters who were detained at the Parliament Street Thana sloganeering, chanting out their slogans for the freedom movement. So they have made their point, even though the Olympic torch run has ended peacefully. These Tibetan protesters have made their point. They have made the world take notice of their protest that is going on. Here at Jantar Mantar, for the moment, the word is now reaching slowly that the torch relay has ended. Speaker after speaker are coming in here, and the protesters are slowly getting to know that the torch relay has ended. But as I said, they have successfully made their point.
Well, as many camera lenses trained on that parallel relay, if not more, as was on the Olympic torch run, the original one along Rajpath. Arunima, is there a sense of anger against the Indian government as well, that they were not allowed to hold protests, even peaceful, anywhere close to Rajpath, or they do understand that it was something that the Indian government had to do, that the Olympic torch run had to take place without disruption?
Well, you used to see that all the protesters who are here are clearly divided into two groups. The youth brigade here in the form of the Tibetan Congress, they are the more volatile, more agitated, who want to just go out there and do something and try and seize whatever they want from the Chinese government. But as far as the older generation are concerned, they are more calm and matured lot. They are those people who are more understanding, who are willing to cede it to the Indian government, that they couldn't have actually allowed these protesters to get into the way of the Olympic torch and bring any harm to the torch relay. But as I said, it's the younger lot which is out there, which is most of them have been detained at the Parliament Street Thana, and even for the past 10-15 days we have seen off and on in batches of 15, 20, 30, these young protesters have been coming out into the open. So for them, it is a matter of disappointment that the Indian government did not allow them to actually go out there and make the protest known, but they have been tempered down by the older generation as well.
Right, despite Chinese accusations, Arunima, the Dalai Lama has made repeated appeals to the youth, the Tibetan youth there, not to get violent when they were protesting. The fact that the Dalai Lama said that China has the right to hold the Olympic Games there in Beijing, and that he really wasn't against it. That appeal really lost on many of those protesting Tibetans.
The youngsters here are all, they're all consider the Dalai Lama to be their actual leader, and they are very respectful towards His Holiness the Dalai Lama. But their point here, the point that they're trying to make is that the government of India, the other governments across the world, and also the United Nations, all these forces combined must force China to stop whatever is happening in Lhasa, in Tibet, to stop the suppression there. And that's the reason that they have come out in the open the past few days. In fact, 2 days back, there was also an incident which was reported in the media during that parallel torch when it was being taken out. They were trying to take it to India Gate. One of those women protesters actually got her clothes on fire. So these Tibetan young protesters are willing to go to any extent just to ensure that China is forced to stop the repression in Lhasa, which is going on.
But it's a political point that has been well made and will be well publicized as well, trust me, given the unprecedented number of international media that were present both for that parallel torch relay as well. Arunima, you've been following these protesters all through the day and through the last week as well. There were some fears being expressed by the Home Ministry and security forces that Tibetans could try immolation bids. That fear really not coming true. Could you give us a sense of how the protests have been all through the day? Also, any injury when they clash with police forces, security forces anywhere across the capital?
Thankfully, no immolation bid here. And what we have been beginning to hear is that most of these Tibetan young protesters are also students of Delhi University. And today, a number of them are supposed to take their exams. So a lot of that organizational power has in fact been taken out because they couldn't have skipped their exams. Delhi University is very strict about the way it conducts its exams. So a number of students had to opt out of this protest. Others had to constantly change their location because the security establishments were watching Majnu Katila, the Tibetan refugee colony here in Delhi. So these protesters had to constantly change locations to ensure that they were not detained or caught. Some of them had broken into the Chinese embassy. They were out on bail. Had they been caught again, it would have been they would have been deported back to Tibet. That's something they did not want to risk. And also you've seen these protesters have not come out in hordes. They've always come out in small groups in numbering, sometimes 15, sometimes 20, maximum 40, 50. What we see here today is the maximum number of protesters that we've seen coming out into the open together under one banner. That's because they did not want the protest to turn violent. They did not want to attract the anguish of the government of India here. At the same time, they were very clear that the world had to take notice via media publicity as to what their point was, as to how they were totally against the Chinese repression in Lhasa.
Indeed, it's a point well taken as well. Arunima, stay on with us. The pictures that you're playing there on your screens are of the Olympic torch relay. For those of you just tuning in, that has ended without incident or disruption. 70 celebrities and sportspersons ran that 2.3-kilometer truncated route. Remember, it was supposed to be a 9-kilometer stretch, which was truncated after concerns that Tibetan protesters could try and disrupt the run between Rashtrapati Bhavan and India Gate. 70 sportspersons and personalities, as we said, taking part in that run. Very own